be with you all.
Oh my god! Fortnite!
Squid Game step by step. What you need is focus and concentration. Then make sure the doll has not eaten an explosive chili burrito. Take a few steps forward and focus on the rotation of the rope so that you can calculate the turns per second and figure. The man picked up the lighter and thought that igniting farts was fun. This happens because they are mainly made up of flammable gases like methane and hydrogen. But if you have diarrhea...
Hello?
When Pinocchio lies, his nose grows. So what would happen if he said, "My nose is going to grow"? If it didn't grow, it means he was lying, which would cause his nose to grow. But his nose growing would indicate that he was not lying, which means his nose should never have grown. But if Geppetto asks for a lie, the head is closed without giving you a chance to escape, and a sharp blade is placed above the machine. The executioner holds the rope tightly, and it is connected to the blade. When it is released, the blade falls on the victim's neck. That was supposed to be the idea, but the worst part of the trap is... wearing headphones for too long is dangerous. You see, they can cause deformation of the head due to the pressure created to keep them in place, which can turn you into a Discord moderator. But here's how to avoid this problem. When you play, take your cat, then load it with 9mm bullets. After that, a man puts a pear tag in a woman's bag. His intentions are suspicious and he is wanted by the police. The woman leaves the gas station and he uses the app to track the victim's movements. She drives away and he decides to follow her without being detected. He carefully follows the woman's movements without losing sight of the car. During the chase, the car stops and parks in front of a house. The man gets out of his car and runs to the back of the house without being seen. But once inside, he couldn't believe his eyes, because the woman was actually his father, having explosive... By snapping your fingers, you can ask for anything you want, but only one wish can come true. Now, you would think that girls would wish for things like a new handbag, an expensive accessory, or a new phone, and yes, that would go like this. But for boys, it's different, because... if you jump out of an airplane without a parachute, here's what to do to save your life. First, stay calm and stabilize your body. Second, go to McDonald's and order a Big Mac large menu. Then take your phone, like this video, and finally turn your body around and fart repeatedly to slow your speed. This way you should land softly. What the hell are you doing? Don't put fucking ketchup on your fries. Instead, put a Honda HRG 466 SK petrol lawnmower. Thanks to its powerful 4-stroke engine with minimal vibration, it guarantees a comfortable and effortless... If you are trapped in a room with walls that are closing, first, breathe and look for a red button. If you can't find one, try using your body to push the walls. If that doesn't work either, cover yourself with baby oil so you can slide like a fucking worm. But be careful. You may not always land where you want to.
Hello there.
Do you know how to spin a basketball correctly? The secret is in the rotation of the ball. So, first, place it in the center of your palm, throw it gently into the air, applying a spin, then immediately position your fingers like an Italian. If that doesn't work, try using a LeBron James with explosiveness. If you turn red with shyness when talking to lots of people, here's how to fix it. Calling a stranger might help you imagine that everyone is a pigeon. If that doesn't work, call another one and imagine that everyone is a toilet. If that doesn't work either, then imagine you are a Thompson submachine gun, but stay
Call on connecting. Make a friend.
When you flip a coin, most people believe they have a 50-50 chance of getting heads or tails. But in reality, this is not the case. When you flip a coin, you have a 49% chance of getting either side. You may wonder what the remaining 2% is. Well, that small percentage is nothing more than... If you took out all the bones in your body and replaced them with a Lego skeleton, could you still walk? Removing the bones from your body is technically possible, but you would look like my bulldog's nuts. However, if you managed to replace them with a Lego skeleton, you probably wouldn't even be able to stand up. He bet all his remaining dollars on black, hoping for a stroke of luck. The croupier closed the bets and threw the ball. His heart was racing. He was sweating and visibly nervous, following every movement of the ball with his eyes. After a few seconds, finally, the ball landed on black.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Some people say the egg because it already existed in the time of the dinosaurs, and others say the chicken, born from a mutation in a semi-chicken egg. But if the egg created the chicken and the chicken created the egg, then who started it all? Actually, it came first.
Stephen Hawking with double miniguns and nuclear rockets.
Always start from a corner. This doubles your chances of winning. If your opponent also starts from a corner, use the opposite corner from where you started. He will block the center, so use the last available corner. This way, you will have 2 ways to win. But if your opponent starts from the center after your initial move, then use a German sticky grenade. If you use cotton swabs to clean your ears, be careful. Many people use cotton swabs without knowing how dangerous they can be. Not only can they cause infections, but when you use a cotton swab, you push the earwax deeper into the ear, which can cause pain. Instead, use a flak 18 to 3688 mm. The American eel has a secret that no one knows about. You probably know that eels can create a deadly electric shock, but that's not all. Their blood contains a toxic protein if ingested raw. But what not everyone knows is that this fish doesn't even have teeth, even though it's If you put your finger in the barrel of a gun, some people think it would stop the bullet and make the barrel explode. But that's not completely true. Doing this would easily shatter your finger as the bullet continued on. To really stop the bullet, you shouldn't put your finger there, but if you put your foot in the stirrup and hold on to the saddle to prevent slipping. Push your right leg up forcefully to help you climb on. Then swing your left leg over. Keep an upright position, then press the red button to activate ride mode. Insert and turn the keys to start the engine. Finally, slowly speed up with the throttle. Start by making a small hole in the lips. This makes it easier to insert the first smaller ring. Once the wound has healed, the ring is removed and a larger one is inserted. This is repeated several times until the desired size is reached. In their beautiful culture, this is a sign of beauty and maturity. Generally, those with the largest rings are seen. If you set a giant sticky trap, can you run fast enough to get over it? This type of trap is used to catch mice or cockroaches and is incredibly effective given its stickiness and the weight of the animal. A person of average weight would need to run at around 90 miles per hour, but as soon as you
Every night at dinner, I'll be there. Every birthday party, I'll be there.